do.
Well, I'm glad you went there, Sam, because I'm asking everybody I have on the show. I just, because this is such a fun topic. Texas, who would you give them as their three permanent? I mean, we assume it's got to be Oklahoma and Texas A&M, so we're really just debating the last one. If the SEC called Sam Codd and said, "You're picking the third opponent for Texas," who are you picking there?
It's got to be Arkansas. When you see the atmosphere for that game in Fayetteville back in 21 when they went there, and I mean, Arkansas fans rushed the field after they won the game, and to me, they're old Southwest Conference rivals, and I grew up watching Southwest Conference football. There's a lot of history there. Obviously, they played a game of the century, 5 decades ago. That there is still, certainly from an Arkansas fan perspective, I think a lot of intensity and a lot of hate for that rivalry. And I think Texas fans, especially the ones who have been around for a long time, still remember that rivalry and I think would welcome it back. So if I were picking it, I think Arkansas would be the third one for Texas for me.
And how about same for A&M? Again, assuming Texas, assuming LSU, who's your third? I know you said Mississippi State looks like that will be the selection, but if you get to pick for A&M, who would you go with that third option?
I think I'd probably go with Arkansas also for a similar reason because they started playing before they were conference mates. Of course, they were also in the Southwest Conference together. And then even in that interim when A&M was in the Big 12 and Arkansas was in the SEC right before A&M joined the SEC, they signed that contract to start playing non-conference games. And then of course they've been playing that game at AT&T Stadium the last decade or so, and it's gone really well. Even though the record has been somewhat lopsided, A&M has won the vast majority of those in the last decade. They still have mostly been very competitive games. I know the Arkansas fans turn out for that one, and that one will move out of AT&T Stadium after the contract ends in 2024. They're going to go back to home and homes. But I think me personally, I would preserve that one too, just because I think it's been a really competitive rivalry.